Welcome. Do not forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Exclusive.
Yeah, you're listening to Independent TV 7. This is where we are. As it is, I would say I greet you in the language you understand. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are listening from. Well, the headline for today, which says crisis as Tinubu removes BUHARI. Wow, orders from PCC's list, NCC offers advisory. You know what that means? And that means the PCC list and all. In other words, NCC offers advisory and advice on whichever party and whichever parastatals or geopolitical zone and crisis among APC. A crisis in APC as Tinubu removes BUHARI, while others from PCC's list. Wow. Sources have revealed lingering tension in the All Progressive Congress (APC) as its presidential candidate Bola Ahmed Tinubu, aka Jagaban, aka Oracle, aka Emilokon. What? He was reportedly sowing the seed of discord in his presidential campaign council. That is what PCC simply means, Presidential Campaign Council. As legit.ng had the breaking news that Tinubu has created problems for himself in APC. Wow, this is coming from Independent TV 7 and courtesy opera news or thereabout. Whichever way you want to get it, I would know how you get it or thereabout, or it doesn't matter. It does not really matter. But what matters most is Tinubu has created problems for himself in APC. Well, to further on, according to this day newspaper also said that Tinubu by deliberate machination. Wow, all this English too big. Okay, deliberate machination allegedly overruled President Muhammadu Buhari, his party leadership and progressives governors in the composition of the council. As it is, the council, which was originally structured around the presidential candidate, the party and the president was meant to be driven by the governors as they are expected to lead campaigns in their respective states. NCC offers advisory on cyber crook and also watch over. Like I said earlier in my article, that there are foreign observers as per the election coming up at 2023. So many things have been unfolding, and so many people have been saying that there won't be election, there will be election. But notwithstanding, with all this crisis, must there be crisis? If there is no crisis, there will be unknown, and suspicious, whatever. And if there are none of those, I believe they will not tell you, well, Nigeria is in one accord. Nigeria has never been in one accord. In Nigeria itself is those that call themselves Nigeria that went to borrow money without your consent, without our consent, without any iota of communication to the Nigerians or the public. That's what it is. Well, if NCC has offers advisory on cyber crook and what is it all about, the Nigerian Communications Commission's Computer Security Incident Response Team, which is NCC CSIRT, has issued an advisory for users to install trusted, up-to-date antivirus software with an internet security component and to customize news feed in Microsoft Edge browser. Well, that's by the wayside. Then it is a part of a countermeasures to lessen the chances of falling for a malicious attack that has been discovered in the browser. Well, if there is any ticket to be given, I don't know which, I don't know, they call it religion, I don't know which doctrine, because in Nigeria we are full of hypocrisy, or depending, what you want to call it. Yes, because some will say I'm a Christian, the other one will say I'm a Muslim, the other one. Then where do you want to put the traditionals, the ones that are involved in such? Well, Muslim ticket or thereabout cautioned by Babachi Lawal group, there was a federal government about that, and Tinubu issue is still pending. We've not sorted that one out. I don't know. Emilokon is what everybody is talking about as per Jagaban, aka Bola Ahmed Tinubu, aka Oracle. Well, in the Christendom, the Christian Youth Movement for Tinubu Shetima presidential bid has called on the federal government and all security agencies to call a former secretary to the government of the Federation, Babachi Lawal, to order over his comments on the Muslim ticket by the All Progressives Congress, which is APC, saying his comments should and could throw the nation into a religious crisis. And who had said that to buttress the point that the Christian Youth Movement for Tinubu Shetima presidential bid has called on the federal government and all security agencies to call a former secretary to the government of the federation, Babachi Lawal, and also to call him to order over his comments on the Muslim ticket by the All Progressives Congress, saying his comments could throw the nation into a religious crisis. What is religion? That is what the question should have been. From the point of view contextually, I would say we shouldn't, without mentioning what, and not take it out of proportion. I would say religion is embedded from God, and the only religion we have is the God religion and the God factor. So if Christianity is a way of life, likewise Islam is also a way of life to connect to one God, one entity. Though the traditionalists, you think they don't have a place to stand, they already have, just because they also call on God, because when they say the herbs that God has created, the weed or thereabout, anything God has created, they are all good, and God has created every other thing, and the men or the humans are using such are also created by God. That is what it is. This is coming after the former SGF, which is the Secretary General of the Federation. He claimed on Sunday that both the APC's presidential candidate and his running mate Bola Tinubu and Kashim Shettima, respectively, were frustrating reconciliation moves on the same faith ticket. The youth group, in a statement issued by its coordinator and public relations officer Adeleke Emmanuel and Oguma Shegun, they made available to Punch late Tuesday, said Lawal did not have the morals ground to speak for the Christians and rather was being more Catholic than the Pope. Wow, if they say someone is more Catholic than the Pope, that means he is the father of God. He knows more than God. But notwithstanding, if Edo PDP and APC here and there in Edo, PDP in Ogbomoso or thereabout, why are they all disturbing themselves? Now, some of the questions here by viewers and listeners concerning what the matter is all about. Oluwaseun Durodola Adekombi, he said, why do you blame Mr. Everybody, Mr. and Mr. for nobody? Lai Mohammed, who is after renewing his blood with his last daughter age at Calabar. Wow, I'm just passing by. I'm not believing me. I'm not believing myself. I read that out. Some people on social media will just come and start posting what is not, or notwithstanding. Well, even if you have a news that you are not sure of, why can't you go for reference? There's so many references before someone will say, it is a fake news, is this and that. No, that's not what it is. Well, someone says, I hope that Tinubu will not make the deadly mistake of his life by trusting the Northwest governors. To my own understanding, last time I checked, I know there won't be election come 2023. If possibly there's going to be election, that means foreign observers are ready and keen to their word or to their work, because United Nations, is after, the progress of the nation. But as it is, president, or rather, the leaders, that represent the Nigerian body, because they call themselves Nigeria. The real Nigerians are there, hoping for better Nigeria. When I was young, over 30 or 3 decades rather, 3 decades ago, I was told we were the leaders of tomorrow. And now I don't chop 3 decades Christmas. We are still leading. How? Is it from the back or back and forth, or we're still where we are? Well, this one I'm going to drop the news, and I would like you to share your views in the comment section. Thanks for listening, and God bless you.